What's up, YouTube? Okay, so this one is going to be a vampire deck profile that I just made because it seemed like a fun deck to make. It wouldn't be anything competitive. It's more of a locals deck. Doesn't have a really good matchup against any of the meta. Definitely with Clopas coming out right now. So, anyway, this is what I run. I run 2 vampire vamp, um, 2 shadow vampire because, it's it's not as good as Duke, which is next to it. We run at 3. And then, oops. Anyway, and then 3 of the searchers. Vampire Sorcerer, which is amazing because it searches any other vampire card in general, even the field spells and Vampire Shift. But anyway, let's continue.
I do again.
Don't mind that. And then we run one. We run one Genix Alley Birdman because for moves like you normal summon Shadow Vampire, it can summon Duke. Then you use Birdman to bounce back Duke. Then you can synchro with that and Shadow Vampire for Bills, which we run over here. Anyway, next we run 3 Goblins on because it searches nearly any card in here. Well, it searches the 5 vampires that really matter. And it searches the other zombies like the 3 Pyramid Turtle we run. We run 3 Pyramid Turtle because this deck will get ran over if the other deck is faster. It will have no chance to catch back up. It's not that powerful. And then we run 3 Mizuki because it's a monster reborn from the graveyard. Alright, and the Burial from a Different Dimension to bring back here Vampire Sorcerers and Mizukis. And then we only run 2 Vampire Kingdom because I don't think it's that good anymore. It used to be good. But I mean, you can pop Pendulums, but that's only once per turn. We side deck for Pendulums just because we lose game 1 isn't bad. Anyway, we run 2 Book of Moon, or Book of Life, not Book of Moon. 2 Reoccurring Nightmares, 3 Monarch Storm for 4th because the level 5s contribute summon off your opponent's monster. Then we run 3D Prison because it's still good against your dolls in Burning Abyss. 2 Vampire Shift, which I'm debating on even keeping in. The only reason I'm running it right now is because it does Monster Reborn one of your vampires. But that's really it. It's not that good. But we'll see. I'll probably do an update later on another time. And we run 2 Breakthrough Skills because some decks used to run artifacts. They don't much anymore. Shaddolls do, but yeah. And then we run these 3 Compulse, Bottomless, and Warning. Anyway, now to get to the extra deck, we have 1 Bills and 1 Black Rose. Back to Genix Alley Birdman for those. We run 2 Braum because it's the boss monster of the deck. If you don't know what it does, you can read it, or I'm just gonna tell you. You can detach and target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard and special summon it. So a monster reborn from your opponent's graveyard, but that's the only monster that can attack, and you can only use Braum's effect once per turn. And if it's destroyed by battle or card effect during your next standby phase, just special summon it to the field and face up defense position. Alright, so it's good because it recurs, and it's good because it special summons big cards from your opponent's graveyard. But that's it. You can't attack with anything else. So if their card isn't good, you're going to have to do it after the battle phase. So anyway, we run Shark Fortress and Adrius because they're darks, and these 2 up here can only exceed for dark monsters. So that's why we have to run only dark 5s. Master Key Beetle because Vampire, Sorcerer, and Goblin are both darks. Ragna for Fire Fist and anything else that increase attack, which Quillpaws fall under because one of their Pendulum's effects raises attack, and Sacrifice raises their attack too. Black Ship because Yang Zings can be a problem sometimes. Honor Arc because it's still good, and Castell because it's even better than Honor's Arc. Exton because sometimes you need to wipe a board. Cowboy because it game. Abyss Dweller to stop effects in graveyard, and then Rhapsody and Berserk to banish stuff in the graveyard. Alright. For the side deck, it's just something I threw together for what I feel can stop the meta. But anyways, 2 Flying Sea for Burning Abyss. And that and Stygian Dirge is the only things I really have for Burning Abyss in here. I don't see them as that much of a problem against this deck. I mean, Burning Abyss is an amazing deck, and it'll probably destroy this deck, but we're not worried about that. Anyway, there's 2 spell shattering arrows and 3 MST, all for Quillpart, because their pendulums need to be stopped. There's 2 light imprisoning for some Satellarknights, and same with the Dirge, which also fall under Burning Abyss. Then anti-spell fragrance to stop Pendulum Earth from being activated, and 2 Vanity's Emptiness to stop all the decks that special summon. Alright, and like I was saying, this isn't a very competitive deck. It's pretty much just a fun deck you would just run online or something. Or if you wanted to build it in real life, you could take it to a locals and it'd be pretty good. I don't know, if you play really good, you probably could take it to a regionals or something like that. Well, that's going to be all for this video, and Hydra out.